And now for the most famous words in motorsport.
Drivers, start your engine!
Looking down to the line, green flag goes in the air. 2 by 2 as they head off into turn number 1, and already they're getting racy just past the start-finish line.
He's gonna try to pull the slide job! He can't get there! They touch!
This is Cal Norton.
Outlaw.
Well, man.
Good evening. Good evening to Michael Berry. Good evening to Evan Molden. Good evening to Blue Wolf Racing. Good evening.
Blue Wolf.
Good evening to Nick Kessler, and good evening to Lane Hector, and always Keith Kumpa. What's going on, everybody? Good evening to you. Outlaw going to do something a little bit different tonight, and we're going to broadcast. We're going to broadcast a.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Are you going into the race room?
Yeah, I'm in the race room.
Okay, because you lagged pretty bad there.
You lagged pretty bad there.
Okay. Yes, we're going to do something brand new that we've never done before. We're going to broadcast our buddies' Strictly Stock Motorsports League race tonight. And we're going to talk a little NASCAR. We're going to watch little guys run around this track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Cup cars. You buffering outlaw, Keith Kumpa said. I think he'll get it straight there. Matthew Shields just left ISM on his way back to the house. I love to race into you guys. Let me tell you what. I hope you enjoyed the race today. I personally did not. I thought it was a piece of crap race. That's because Joey Logano got eliminated, and other than that, I thought it was a pretty good race. But, hey, Michael Gahagan, Tim Clark. Well, I was right, LOL. No Chevy to the Final Four. Thank God for that. But 3 Gibbs and a Hendrick. 3 Gibbs and a Harvick. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chase Elliott in car. If this race goes by pretty quickly, there's a good chance we might. Hey, now, Tony, watch your mouth. He wants to know where that 22 car is. Watch yourself.
He's heading home.
Watch yourself.
Head tucked in his tail.
Watch yourself. I don't know if we'll get into racing tonight. If this one goes by pretty quickly, we mentioned about running a Silver Crown race at the Rockingham Motor Speedway, the North Carolina Motor Speedway. So if time permits and Outlaw feels like it, there is a chance we may do that. So anyway, I'm going to go in here. We're going to 22 is in bed crying. Yeah. Okay. Well, look. Hey, he's the reigning champion. How can you say that your driver's a reigning champion? Yes, you can, Outlaw. Not every driver, not every fan can say that their driver is a champion. I can, and I'm good with it. He was in contention right down to the final stage of today's race. Don't know what happened to that 22 car, but something crazy went on, and he started falling through the field. I don't know what happened. He didn't know what happened.
It was a half a round of air pressure out of the left.
Yeah, I think he's saying there's a half a round of air pressure. That was what was given. But I don't know. I just don't know about that. Uh-oh. So Outlaw has bounced out of Discord. I think he's hopping back in. This format, who will get the title if a tie? Who does get it if there's a tie? That's a great question. Hey,
What's
Jason
that?
Welch, who gets the championship if there's a tie?
The one who has the better finish in that round.
No, I'm talking about at the championship race.
The one who has the most
hey Jason Welch.
Wins during the year. One has got the most wins during the year.
Most wins during the year, okay.
Yeah,
Jason Welch
like
music,
that,
what's going on? Yeah, all right, Tim Clark nailed it there. Most wins, okay. Evening, Roger
Yeah.
Sparks. Good evening. I'm going into the Strictly Stock Motorsports League race, and I have their current point standings right here. I'd like to read out.
Yeah, go ahead. Read that out there. Got some new names in there I'm not familiar with. I did see that earlier. It looks like they got a really good points battle.
Yes.
This is going to be round number 2 of the first, or race number 2 of the first round. Is that what I'm hearing?
Think so, yes. I do believe so. But we have James Lowe. We know him as the Silent Assassin, as the point leader. Chris Worrell is 2. Alex Kroenke, 3. Richard Lakawa is 4th. James Cato, P5. Smoking Joe Francis is 6th. Brandon Lawless is 7th. Brandon Lawless is 7th. Eric Whiting 8th. GT Park 9th. And Jesse Cottrell 10th. And Sean Russell and Wes Polly looks to be on the cut line. Now, other league participants are Matt Coker, Holt Johnston, Stephen Allen, and Claude Marshall. So please bear with us. Hey, Raleigh Gaming, what's going on? Please bear with us if I'm loading the race room. Please bear with us if we are not familiar with some of these paint schemes and whatnot. We will get it figured out. Keith Koompa's here in the league race. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me scroll down here. Let's cut that off. Okay, hang on just a minute here. Background in. Okay, there we go. And then we'll load this in. There we go. I think we're good. All right. Let's look at
the brakes work.
Let's look at practice.
Yeah, I'm trying to familiarize myself with these cars right quick
so
I can see who's doing what.
Yes. I will
GT Park's driving the Home Depot car tonight. That's a pretty nice looking car.
Chris Worrell, and very familiar.
We know that one.
Joe Francis.
Polly, Alex Cronky.
All right, they're going to qualifying right now.
All right, this is actually the second race of the first round of the playoffs. What they do is they had 12 qualify for the playoffs. They're eliminating it down to 10 drivers this round. James Lowe was already advanced after winning last week. So 9 more drivers are looking to advance, and they're going to eliminate 2 more after this round down to 8, and then they'll eliminate 4 after that one and bring it down to 4 at the end.
10-4.
Right now we're at 12 drivers. Only 10 of these are going to sneak through to the next round, it looks like.
I got you, man. All right. Jason Welch, and I appreciate the comment, man, or the compliment. Enjoyed the paint tutorial. I'm about halfway through it. I hope I can learn it. You'll be surprised, Jason. It's very easy, and it really enhances your iRacing experience. At least that's what I have found. There's Holt Johnson. My paint tutorial.
Oh, I got you.
All right. So while these guys are qualifying, we cannot watch qualifications, but we can watch the results come in, kind of like election night here, Outlaw. We can watch the results come in.
Yeah, I like those results.
Yeah.
Now look, I need to know about stages here. What are they doing for stages?
I do not know. And
we'll get that information here momentarily, and we'll throw that information out also.
Okay. I don't have my racing wheel on that I normally use to communicate, but let me take this one off, and hopefully I can put my other wheel back on and get my chat button going on here. I'm surprised Logano didn't start wrecking people. Well, he has a history of wrecking people. That's all right, yeah, but I don't think intentionally. I do not think intentionally.
No, look, he's a champion, man. He won last year. He knew he was outclassed today.
William Avery, you got a copy?
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I was really pulling for Kyle Busch there.
Hold on, I think Jesse's talking to us.
He was talking to William Avery.
Oh, 10-4, gotcha. I thought he said Willman, sorry.
No. All right.
William Avery. Is William Avery? I don't think William
I don't
Avery's
know.
in this.
I'm going to go in here and change my controls, my talk button. Push to talk, drive. Give me 1 second here. Controls. Now I need a black box. Next black box here. All right, that's not working at all.
Blue Will said he's going to park the Crunchy Mint M&M's Toyota on pit road and wave my Hot Pass card around.
Oh my!
I like it. I like it a lot. Yes,
right.
wave that hard card around. Yes.
All right, we've got Houston. We've got problems. We have massive problems.
What's going on? What's going on, Will, man?
I cannot get this off of my screen because I'm changing wheels. Bear with me for a moment. I'm terribly sorry.
I'll just take you just a second. They're still qualifying. They still got 2.5 minutes qualifying.
Okay.
Here's the question. If winning car at Miami gets DQ'd, will they strip titles? Yes, they will,
yes,
Chuck.
They will.
And the guy who finishes second will get that championship. They sure will. That is a legit question.
Yeah.
And a good question, by the way. A good question.
Yeah. Okay. I about got her on here, Outlaw. Bear with me for a moment.
Oh, you're doing fine, big guy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go here. There we go. That's my push to talk button right there. Nope. Next black box. Here we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Holt says, please excuse our technical difficulties.
Yeah, please excuse the technical difficulties.
All right, has everybody got a copy?
All right, let me go up here to the talk button. In car.
10-4. 10-4.
All right, we're going to listen. Sound. Push to talk.
All right, everyone. Stages tonight are going to be lap 33 and lap 67, the completion of lap 33 and 67.
33 and
Do
67,
not
Wilster.
switch lanes at the start until the start-finish line. You get one warning, then a black flag. If a caution immediately comes out, you'll be sent to the end of the longest line.
Chris Webb's throwing down some laws tonight, ain't he?
Laying the smack down that guy.
Chris Webb the law man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, Chris did not
I got
qualify.
a good name for Jesse Cottrell, too, by the way.
What's that, big guy?
He's the godfather.
Oh, no question. Hey, I saw in the chat he asked me
Blue Wolf, you got a copy?
how strictly stock motorsports was. I was not able, Outlaw, to go to strictly stock motorsports. And I went to West Virginia this week. Actually, went to Pittsburgh, and I was not able to stop at strictly stock motorsports this weekend. Did not have the pleasure of stopping by. So I hope that answers Jesse's question. Yeah.
That's 10-4.
Harvick's going to have a tough time, Mike Wigley says, against those 3 Gibbs cars. I bet he needs...
I'm going to tell you something, Will, man. I'm going to tell you something on that right there.
He needs to be the class of the field.
You better believe old Harvick's going to bring a hot rod down the Homestead.
I agree.
He will be a major factor in that race next Sunday night.
Matter
of fact, I've got him picked to win the championship, Will.
Yeah. Here's your pole winner, everybody. It is Chris Worrell. Let's go over here in the old chase cam. We're going to pull this around, get a nice look at the Balls Garana Ford Mustang. P2 is not gridded up yet, but P2 is Cronky. Yeah. P3 right there is Matt Coker.
This
Richard
is his personal playground, by the way.
That's right. Yes, it is. GT Park in the old, I'm going to go ahead and say it, the old Joey Logano Home Depot car. That's a great-looking paint scheme there, GT. I did not know you liked Logano so much. I like that.
Let me get a word in here at the polls here.
Go ahead. Go ahead, big guy.
Hey, Chris Worrell, this is the Outlaw up in the TV booth. You got a copy? All right, Steven, that's great.
All right, so I am not hearing
apparently
these guys.
They cannot hear me.
Okay, hang on. I don't know why. Now, I'm not gridding up.
All right, boys and girls, let's get ready to roll here.
I'm going to go to team.
I'd like to say hello to all the people out there. Thank you for all of your support. Say hello to all the great fans that are here with us
what is it, all
Thank
teams?
It's
little bit of weather we had earlier on today.
It is team. You and me, let's go to team. No,
team?
we don't need to. We don't need to.
Close.
You and me don't need to. All right, I've got to escape. Now, for some reason,
our in-race official, Chris
there we
Webb,
go.
dropping the hammer if you do something crazy.
Chris Webb, in-race official.
Be safe. Let's have fun. Good luck, everybody.
Jesse Cottrell laying down some pre-race instructions here for the competitors. It looks like Chris Worrell will be our pole winner.
Pole, sir, you got a copy?
I am not hearing Chris Worrell.
I'm not hearing me at all.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
I know. I did not through iRacing. I just heard you through our Discord channel, our broadcast.
So apparently they cannot hear me. I don't know why.
Okay. Jack Wagon Race? I don't think so. Way to go, Denny Hamlin. Come on, man. Rubbing it right in my face. We got some well wishes for Denny Hamlin, Crusader 1962 over here. You think Stuart Haas will have a big meeting telling other teammates? Yeah, I do. I really do. I think so, Chuck. I believe that all hands on deck for Harvick to win this race.
Down the back stretch. Come on.
3 wide salute down the back stretch.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
All right, so we got Chris Worrell. We've got Alex Cronky.
Will have to be on green.
Richard Lacroix starts green. Joe Francis, good-looking Ivy Tech Community College, number 5 car.
Double up.
Now,
GT
Will,
Park.
man, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to see how much grip this track's got. I thought I heard him say that grip was a little low, so we're going to see how it plays out here. And I'm sure it's going to have grip for a first few laps. Probably go door to door, and then it's probably going to string out here a little bit. We're going to lap 33 on stage 1. Will, man, pace car is getting ready.
It's
Roll
100.
in the pit lane right now.
track temperature is 127 degrees.
Pace car is off. Chris Worrell's going to lead them to the field. Alex Cronky is tucked in tight on his outside, along with Matt Coker, who refers to this track as his personal playground. So
personal playground.
Green flag is out, and Worrell is going to lead them to the line here on lap 1. It's going to be Matt Coker trying to take over that second position on the inside. And looks like he's going to do it. That outside line's getting a little laid back there on the start, but it'll come around. And meanwhile, Matt Coker takes over second place as they head down into turn number 3.
Yeah, early on here, fresh tires, slick track, bottom groove, shortest way around this track, going to be the fastest. After lap 1.5, maybe 2 laps, we're going to start seeing that outside line being able to carry that momentum.
Wheelman, Matt Coker makes a power move down in 3 and 4, takes the lead. He's going to lead the first lap here at Las Vegas. He's looking to steal a win here tonight, and he's going to take that low line. But I think Chris Worrell's going to have the momentum coming up off 2, especially with the track conditions being so hot. Chris
Worrell in that 6 car being pushed down that backstretch. Pushed down the backstretch by Alex Cronky in that 57. That lime, green and white, patented colored 57 race car.
Richard Lakawa making a move here as he's coming up to P4. Looks like he's going to try to decide which lane he wants to go with. Does he go with the inside or the outside? He's going to choose the inside, try to follow Matt Coker, push him to the front of the field. Doesn't work. He backs out. Now he's going to try the top lane.
Absolutely. You got GT Park in that Home Depot car looking to get his nose in the action here. 4th car back, second line on the outside, trying to maintain momentum as he looks to tuck in under Richard Lakawa as they all come out of turn number 4.
GT Park looks like a young Tony Stewart out there tonight, Will, man, in that Home Depot ride as he powers his way up to 5th position. The lead is getting hot up here. Alex Cronky's going to take over the lead this lap. Chris Worrell's going to fall in behind him. Lakawa's 3rd. Matt Coker's running 4th. Here goes the move to the inside down in turn 3. Chris Worrell's going to go door-to-door with Cronky on the inside. He's going to take the lead. Cronky's going to continue to run P2. Lakawa looking to take P2 from Cronky.
Absolutely. Outlaw at 38 car looking racy here in the early going in that Yingling beer. I believe that is a Chevy Camaro, I do believe. And
I'm not for sure, Will, man, but it is fine.
Yeah. Second line here starting to form up with Matt Coker. Ooh, I went the wrong way. My apologies. With Matt Coker, GT Park, and Wes Polly now making an appearance here in the top 10 in that O'Reilly Auto Parts, number 2 car.
For all your auto parts needs, please visit O'Reilly Auto Parts in West Virginia and visit our friend Wes Polly.
That's right.
Well, man, we've got a battle still going on for the lead. It's Cronky and Worrell going at it right now. They're basically bumper to nose to bumper all the way around this track. Cronky's going to make the move on the inside right now. Looks like that low line is actually the line to go in turn 3 and 4. Every time the drivers have went under the other car in 3 and 4, it's actually stuck and allowed them to lead the lap. It looks like it's going to be no different this lap. As I say that, Chris Worrell makes a power move to the outside. He's going door to door. I think that outside line is going to be the strongest in 1 and 2. The inside line is going to be the strongest in 3 and 4.
Yeah, these drivers have swapped the lead countless amount of times so far early going in this race. We're only working lap number 7. Oh, we got a spinner on the backstretch. Spinner on the backstretch. We find out who that is.
Take a look at that. I'm going to call this one right here. Well, man, it looks like Chris Worrell is going to have the lead, taking that bottom line once again. But Lakawa this time looks to be a major player right here as he comes up on the back of Cronky's door, or Cronky's bumper. Looks like he's really trying to take over P2 here. And Cronky's going to go high. Lakawa's going to go low. They're going to be fighting for position. Meanwhile, Worrell's going to pull out to about a car length lead here going down into turn number 3.
Yeah, the 22 car Stephen Allen is the competitor who wrecked back on the tail end of that lead lap. He's dove it down pit road, going to get some work done on his number 22 car. Meanwhile, back up front, you got Chris Worrell, Alex Cronky, and the 38 car of Lakawa. And don't look now, here comes Matt Coker, inching closer and closer to these top 3, and GT Park in that number 76 Home Depot machine holding steady in the 5th position.
As many times as we ran Las Vegas here in the past, we know all these drivers really know how to get around Las Vegas, even on a slick track. It's showing here tonight. All of our competitors that race with the Aces on a nightly basis is definitely showing some power here. Chris Worrell, Alex Cronky, Lakawa, who don't recall racing with him a lot, I guess. Not really familiar, but I know Coker, GT Park, West Pauley, Lawless, and the gang is the ones battling for the lead right now.
Right.
Cronky, sorry.
Looking back here towards the middle of the pack, number 83, and always a threat, is Brandon Lawless in that 83 Trekker Boats car. Right now, running in behind West Pauley in that number 2 O'Reilly's car. And these guys are just logging laps right now. Looks like they're single file throughout most of the field. Not much difference in first place all the way back to about 10th place as these cars are putting down some hot laps out here in the desert.
Yeah, basically single file all the way back to Lawless back there, who is battling, looks to me like, who is that? Joe Francis will be the first one in a battle back here. But right now, like you said, they are just running single file. Well, Matt Coker gets a little loose coming out of 4. He's going to lose a lot of time right there. I think he did save it, yes, but he is getting freight trained, but better to get freight trained out there on the track rather than spin it and have to take a quick
Absolutely.
that early. That actually bunches them up back there where they're going to go 2 by 2. Even for second place, they're starting to go 2 by 2. Lakawa making the move on Cronky here going down into turn 3. Would also like to mention that I did see where Brandon Lawless picked up the victory, I think, last night.
In the truck race.
In the truck series. So congratulations to Lawless there. He's looking to maybe sweep the weekend here in the Strictly Stock Motorsports League race. Well,
he brought his best stuff certainly today. You can see he's up to the 6th position. Let's go back here and talk about Brandon Lawless a little bit. Brandon is always a steady Eddie type competitor. You don't see him up front early in the race, but by the end of the race, you're going to see him in that top 3 position at some point.
Definitely. Well, man, I'm going to take a look here at the Godfather, Jesse Cottrell, running P9 right now on that number 8 machine. Good-looking blue and yellow ride he's got going on. Looks like he's trying to ride the high side all the way around this place, pick up some speed there. But right now, top 10, he's going to score some stage points. If he keeps it right here, if the car's looking good, Jesse, the Godfather Cottrell, looking to make a top 5 splash here in Strictly Stock Motorsports.
Yeah, Godfather running around this weekend with the official seal of the fine state of West Virginia on the hood of that car.
And that's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He's the Godfather of West Virginia.
That's right. Speaking of another West Virginia native, West Pauley in that number 2 O'Reilly Auto Parts car. Jesse Cottrell looking to the inside of him right now as these two battle door to door. As I'm trying to find what lap we're on as we just complete lap number 14. We just completed lap 14 of 134. Again, stage 1 will conclude at lap number 34, and these drivers putting a premium on these stage points are going to look to get their way up to the front and collect some of these points. Speaking of a car not on their way to the front, it's Matt Coker. It's Matt Coker.
He's coming off turn 4 here, Will, man. Looks like he's having a lot of trouble coming off 4 right there. He's got her loose again, and actually he's dropped to the tail end of the field here. He's going to have to make an adjustment on that Eagleson Automotive Chevrolet when they do some pit stops because it is an evil machine right now.
Yes, it is. We're riding along with him.
Good, man.
And just got loose. Just got loose as he come up towards the tri-oval. Out of 4 onto the tri-oval. Evil handling race car right now. You can see right here that wheel snap to the right a little bit. Yes, absolutely.
He did radio in and used the word evil. His car is acting really evil right now.
Yes, it is.
So, looks like Willman Joe Francis has actually made his way out of the crowd and up to P4 right now. He's got to put some car links between himself and the rest of the field. So P4 right now out to Joe Francis, strong race car driver here in this league. We've got a battle for P2 heating up. Lakawa has actually taken over the P2 position here from Alex Cronky that lap. Good move by him. I think Cronky kind of just said, you know what, here you go, it's too early in the race to be battling. You go ahead and take that spot. It's early in the playoffs. Barring catastrophe, these two are probably going to advance into that next round no problem.
It sure looks like it. Very nice looking Yuengling paint scheme that Lakawa has brought here to the desert of Las Vegas this weekend. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, I'm told. In fact, I was eating at a Texas, fun fact, Outlaw, eating at a Texas roadhouse yesterday and saw a Yuengling logo, and it's the oldest American brewery, they say. So, take it for what it's worth. That's what I saw yesterday. Meanwhile, back up front, we got Chris Worrell. who, just like our league races, this guy runs up front.
The oldest continuous in use American brewery.
Copy that, please and thank you. Look at there. We just got confirmation that Yuengling is the oldest American brewery.
James Cato would know.
If
James Cato is what we like to refer to as a walking encyclopedia.
He is that. He is that. Now, as I was saying a moment ago, I'll come back to Yuengling in just a moment, but Chris Worrell, much like our league races, this man runs in the front. And he runs in several leagues throughout the week, and all you have to do is click on various YouTube live streams of iRacing. You're going to find Chris Worrell up front and telling everyone how good of a race they ran. He's a very complimentary young man, that guy. Now, real quick, back to Yuengling. If I'm not mistaken, it is based out of Pennsylvania, the fine state of Pennsylvania.
Hey, I like Pennsylvania.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what else I like, Will, man?
Talk to me.
Chatting over here in this YouTube channel. Let's take a look at a couple of comments we got here.
Okay.
Alan Nadeau has tuned in tonight. Said, awesome to see you guys. Can't wait for the day you guys race with Joseph Lombard and Ed Soundhead. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
Sorry, I know y'all told us.
Let's see what else. We got a couple more. I'll get back.
Stages will end at 33 and 57.
Zach Albright and your boy Marcus made it to D class finally on the.
All right.
Yuengling is also only sold in like 14 states from Delta nationwide.
That is epic.
Copy that.
All right, well, man, looks like that P2 Lakawa has actually pulled out to about a 10-car length advantage over P3.
He has.
Cronky, and he may be actually slowly but surely gaining here on Chris Worrell on the long run. Looks like he's a pretty solid race car driver and got that car set up pretty nicely.
Yeah, he's under a second and has maintained that under 7/8 tenths deficit behind Worrell for most of this run, but he does seem to be gaining quite a bit.
Yeah, Will, man, don't look now, but we haven't mentioned this name tonight. James Lowe 3 has actually made it up to P5 right now, and I've been watching a lot of James Lowe footage, if you will, and or Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And seems like every time the man gets on the racetrack, the man wins. And right now he's up to P5, and I guarantee he's going to be a player in this one before it's over with.
Outlaw, what do we know this young man as? What's his nickname?
The Silent Assassin.
Again.
So you never hear anything about him until he's up there taking the lead from you late in the race.
Until he's up there winning.
That has happened to me a couple of times, and it's not a fun feeling. But, hey, what are you going to do when the man's faster than you are at the end of the race? Matter of fact, he's fighting right now, Will, man, for P number 4, and he's underneath Joe Francis right now at the line trying to steal away that number 4 position with Alice Cronky and P3 right in front of him.
Absolutely.
Battle, Will, man.
Quick shout out here to Ivy Tech Community College. Joe Francis on that number 5 car. Great looking race car this week. Great looking race car. Yeah, this appears to be our battle on the track right now. We have the position number 4. You got James Lowe in that 98 car. Oh, looking a little loose there. Almost lost the rear end of that race car. But he seems to have gathered it back up, and he's in good shape now. He's going to settle in P5 right now as he tries to run down Francis there in that 5 car. I'm going to go back a little bit here. In P6, Brandon Lawless, our Steady Eddie, GT Park, and his some may see that as a Tony Stewart car. I see it as a Joey Logano car. Tomato. Jesse Godfather Cottrell running right here. Eric Whiting in that number 28 car. It's a Chase Elliott looking ride. It's a good looking number 28 car. Yeah. And those chrome rims, that's exactly right, Steven. I forgot about the chrome rims earlier on GT Park's number 76 Home Depot car.
Right, I'm sending out an email here, so just give me 1 second.
10-4, big guy. 10-4. It is Sunday night. We have to go to work tomorrow, so those emails start rolling in. I know how that goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we got James Cato back in here in the number 3 Strictly Stock Motorsports UT Vols. Now behind him, I must admit, I don't recognize this paint scheme. That is Sean Russell in that 21 car. Sean Russell.
Let's take a look here. That's a good looking Havoline ride there.
Yeah, it is.
Man. really good looking.
Let's get a quick sneak peek. Let's zoom in on this car a little bit and see what this looks like.
Well, man,
wow.
while you're doing that, I'm actually going to take a look here through the field here through my blimp cam, see if we've got any good battles going on. Right now, it looks to me like everybody's kind of nose to tail, except for James Lowe and Cronky back here, which, you know, they're a little bit close. They can do a little battle, but right now it doesn't look like much of a battle on the track. So
right.
Just kind of scan through the field here and see if I can see anything that we need to take a look at.
I tell you, oh my! Oh, Claude Marshall. Oh, he has held it out of the wall. Let's go real quick on a replay from behind.
Good save, Claude.
Watch this
Did
save.
Claude about spin that thing?
Yes, he did in his underdog car. Watch this.
Claude, boys, I tell you, he's a heck of a race car driver.
Yeah.
I like it.
Watch how this car almost snaps around on him. He does an outstanding job of holding it here coming out of turn 4. Getting it up on the wall. Oh, and he almost hit it, but he did not hit the wall. And we keep on racing.
The only battle on the track is for P number 9, actually P number 8. That's Jesse the Godfather Cottrell. Eric Whiting going at it back here, coming down into turn number 3. But right now, it looks like Whiting has got that position, and Cottrell's going to kind of ride the middle line around through there. And Whiting has pulled away about 2 or 3 car lengths on the Godfather.
Yeah. Tires are obviously worn in. There have been no caution flags at this point. We're working lap 31 of 34. Hey, good evening, Bogzinator. How are you, buddy? Jeremy Strickland in the house, everybody. 31 of 34 here. 34 will conclude stage 1.
Will, man, I don't hate to interrupt you here, but we've got a change for the lead. Richard Lakawa has came up and passed Chris Worrell for the lead. As I was scanning through the back of the field there, I thought it looked like Lakawa was a little bit faster than Worrell. I did not see the pass, but he has actually went around for the lead right now, and Worrell's on his tail. Coming up out of turn 2, they're fighting right here. 1 lap to go here until the end of the stage, Will, man. Will Lakawa be able to steal these points away from Worrell? It looks like he's going to. He's ran a really nice line around the track here, and actually is, you know, to pass Worrell on a long run. That's saying something.
I don't know if I actually do it here.
Here's what happened. Chris Worrell actually got loose on the backstretch about 4 laps ago, allowing Lakawa to get by him. And that's how the lead changed hands. Now, these guys are coming up on potential lap cars of Claude Marshall. And I think that is Holt Johnson.
Lap on the stage break, though, man. We're working lap 33, so they're going to throw the caution here after the cars cross the start-finish line. Is Lakawa going to be able to lap these 2 cars here before that caution does come out? We're going to see.
I don't think so.
He's coming up pretty quickly on him here in that draft. He may get to him before the caution comes out.
It's going to be, we're 1 lap to go. He is on them, but I don't know if he has enough to get by both of them or not. He does go by the 40. Caution's out.
Caution's out, so they're not going to lose the lap. So, man, what a great little run right there by Lakawa. Great little run here to start the race. No cautions. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. But I'm sure as this race keeps going on and on, it's not going to be so nice. They're going to start bumping and banging here.
Probably so. Probably so. You're exactly right.
Rundown, Will, man, of the top 10 scoring points in this stage. Richard Lakawa is going to score the stage win. Chris Worrell, position 2. Joe Francis, Mr. Steady Eddie, has made it up to P3. Cronky's P4. Lowe has made it up to P5. I'm anxious
Great
to see
run
how
right
he
there.
operates here on the start of stage 2 with Lawless, GT Park, Eric Whiting, the Godfather Jesse Cottrell, P9, and Sean Russell is going to round out your top 10 here on the points in your stage 1.
A good win. Good stage win right there from Richard Lakawa. There's no reason these drivers will not all be on pit road to get tires here.
I'm liking that Godfather. Might have to come out with a paint scheme.
Yeah, you probably got 30, 40 seconds.
The Godfather says he's going to come out with a paint scheme here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very fitting. Godfather is very fitting.
Yeah, Godfather. Jesse looks like a Godfather.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. All right. All right, so here we go.
iRacing.
We're coming into pit road. Watch these drivers get on. They are coming. There's pace car. Here we go. All drivers going down pit road.
Well, man, you call that pit stop. I'm going to take a look here with Luke right quick.
10-4, man. 10-4. We'll go here to chase mode. Richard Lakawa will be our leader on the pit road. Let's see if he can get in here and have a good pit stop. Nails it perfectly. Oh, 5 car. Having a little problems getting into his. That's Joe Francis. A little problem getting into his pit box. We'll go here at the end of pit road. and watch the race off. We'll try to pull this camera over just a little bit and set this for future pit stops. Chris Worrell, I think, fixing damage, if I'm not mistaken. If I was betting, I think Chris Worrell would have to... oops, I went the wrong way. My apologies. I think Chris is fixing some damage here. Led most of stage number 1. And as I mentioned about 6 or 7 laps ago, to lose the lead, Richard Lucawa passed him as he got loose on the backstretch. I don't know if he got into the wall. I did not watch the replay long enough. I was getting back to the contention for the race lead. But Worrell is going to come out. It looks like these standings I have to update. But there we go. Richard Lucawa does win the
I'll be right back.
Race off pit road. Wow. So at the end of stage 1, this race is completely turned with Chris Worrell fixing damage and falling through the field.
Oh.
It looks like he is going to wind up. I mean, he's going to be at the tail end of the lead lap.
What kind of damage did he incur, Will, man? Did you know?
I watched him lose the lead. He got loose. I did not see if he hit the wall.
Godfather had a heavy right foot down pit road there.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Godfather.
Godfather got caught
Copy
speeding.
that.
Yeah.
Easy on the skinny pedal.
And Will, man, Pierre.
Yes. All right, Outlaw is frozen. Outlaw is frozen. All right, so we have temporarily lost feed to the Outlaw. He'll recognize that. He'll probably have to go out of Discord and get back on. But in the meantime, I will be here to call this race. We are double file. Text message, shut down again, be right back, copy. There's the text message. Outlaw will have to, he is having, I think it's just internet problems tonight. Alright, so this should be our last lap of caution. We'll come back to 1 to go.
2X car to the booth up there. You got a coffee?
2 car, go ahead.
Hey, JW, when you going to sit down in one of them pro late models?
It may be around Christmas time. I'm going to have to take about 10 consecutive hours and nothing but practice to make that happen.
Probably that. Christmas 2020 or?
No, Christmas 2019.
Copy that.
It's all right, Alanado. Haters gonna hate, yo. It happens. All right, so we are coming back to the green flag here. Outlaw has actually been disconnected from this race room. He should be able to get back in, though, but he's having to reset his internet and whatnot. But for the time being, I'm going to disable our cameras until he's able to rejoin. What I'm going to do is create another Discord channel real quick, or Discord video, not channel, I'm sorry. We'll test this video. I'm going to add this window capture. I'm sorry, we'll get right back to the race in just a moment. I'm trying to get a camera going here. Bear with me as we do see Richard Lucawa getting the lead. All right, there we go. I'll put this down here for the time being. Add this. And this is just in case Outlaw is not able to get back with us. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. As we were having technical difficulties, Joe Francis has assumed the lead. All these cars on brand new tires, fresh rubber, max grip, high intentions. GT Park looks to make some noise here in the top 5 in that Home Depot car.
It's all good, man. I'm not in a really hurry here.
Here comes James Cato. Here comes James Cato.
Yeah, the kids want hugs before they go to bed, right at a restart, worst possible time.
Wow. Now, on fresh rubber, you're going to see a lot of door-to-door racing here. So far, it looks like there's been a lot of give, a lot of take, and most of these drivers minding their manners with the bigger prize on their mind instead of a position early in the run. They're looking like they're racing with the eye on the prize of a race victory. This aero package lends itself to having door-to-door racing, bumper-to-bumper, especially on fresh tires. Track temperature is still 127 degrees, so these cars can get out from under you pretty quick. However, there is max grip with the new tires. We're starting to see Lakawa find his groove again. That was your Stage 1 winner in that Yuengling Chevrolet, just to the outside of Joe Francis, who he and Brandon Lawless back here in P6, P7 area, really the only cars committed to that bottom line right now. The rest are running the high line, whether it be that's where they find the most grip or might be better off long run for their tires. Let me fix my screen here. Give me 1 second. I don't like that camera. Got a little too much fuzz in it. My apologies. There we go. And I will pull this in just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Chronic 2802. That, my friend, is awesome. I am very close to 1,000 Twitter followers. Alanado. I'm sitting just over 980. It's honestly a blessing with how far I have come since I've joined. Yeah, you burn up that Twitter, Alan. You're very good on the Twitter. Meanwhile, back up front, Richard Lakawa and James Lowe in that 98, and Joe Francis in the 5. And don't look now, but starting on the tail end of the lead lap was Chris Worrell. He has made his way back up to the top 5, top 6 area as he tucks in underneath Joe Francis in that number 5 car. Chris Worrell running in the 6. Just to the inside of GT Park in that Tony Stewart / Joey Logano retro Home Depot car. James Cato holding steady in that outside line. Now the front runner up in the high line, as we see James Lowe working the bottom in turns 1 and 2, drifting it high down the backstretch, and looking to run that middle line in 3 and 4. A lot of guys committed to the bottom, some guys committed to the middle. Oh, James Cato, big wreck. Caution should come out here.
Caution.
Now let's go behind James Cato. Cato just got loose.
You're all right out there?
Oh, I clicked on the wrong guy. I'm sorry. James Cato. Here we go. Gets it loose coming out of 4. And was not able to hang on to it. It snapped back hard on him. GT Park involved. Brandon Lawless involved. Now, I don't know if Chris Worrell got...
I could have had it a lot worse.
Okay. So we're going to ride along.
That's not good.
We're going to ride along with him in the cockpit.
I think I just saw my light flash before my eyes, although I didn't hit anything.
All right, we're coming out of 2 right here, heading down the backstretch. This is moments before James Cato gets loose. He's running in P4 at this point.
Telling me, guys, I'm a little...
Got several laps, probably 5 or 6 good laps on these tires, and they give up fairly quickly. We'll see right here. He's running in that middle line, and he just snaps around on him, and bam, he overcorrects, and it gets into the wall, collects GT Park Lawless. Alex Kroenke involved. Now I want to take a look at Chris Worrell and see how much he gets involved in this, because he's already got a little bit of damage. We'll go out from the far chase mode and watch this. We'll see if he gets any damage whatsoever. Okay, he gets into the back of GT in that 76 car. Let's check at the damage that he's got. All right. Pretty substantial. Enough to slow him down. I mean, it's not detrimental to his... It's not going to park him, but that's going to slow him down. That will certainly slow him down.
Fun, right?
All right, so we're down pit road now. Let's go up here and look at Lakawa. Oh, it's James Lowe. I'm sorry. James Lowe is the race leader. We'll find him here as he gets his Balls Guarana beautiful green race car off of pit road here. It looks like he will easily win this.
Man, the fact that I only have 17 seconds is a miracle.
Okay. I have a text message. I believe this is from Outlaw. Okay, says he shut it down again. He'll be right back. So he's rebooting his entire computer. All right, so we see Alex Kroenke. We see, let's go here, Alex Kroenke off of pit road with his damage. Let's get, oh, that's a pretty race car, Jake Henry. That's a pretty race car, that Mint. Oh, M&M's Mint. Look at that guy go.
Jake Henry, you need to keep that car parked on pit road, please.
Jake Henry is 47 laps down. He's in here just observing and having a good time. I was wanting to go check on these guys on pit road. It appears that everyone is off of pit road. Here we go, Alex Kroenke. I want to check the damage out on this Chevrolet Camaro. You can see here a little left front damage. He's electing, I'm sure, because I know there is no fast repairs. No fast repairs in this race. They have a 15x limit and no fast repairs. Track temperature is rising. Now it's 129 as we get to the hottest part of the day here. All right, we're going to go back up front. Let's go through the field and look at any damage on some of these cars. Of course, James Lowe, our leader, no damage. Pace car, no damage. Good looking pace car. Richard Lakawa has no damage. He's not been in any incidents. Neither has Joe Francis. Sean Russell, no damage whatsoever. Jesse Cottrell, the Godfather, as they say, has no damage. So our top five here, pretty good. Matt Coker, who has lost the handle on his car a couple times, but okay, Outlaw is calling, so let me go back in here. We'll get our cameras up and running.
Sorry about that, Will, man.
Hey, no problem, everybody. Ain't no problem.
Some TV technical difficulties here.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second.
Somebody pulled the plug up in the booth or out in the truck, and it took us a while to trace it.
I got you. They got you back, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael Yeager. We are broadcasting the Strictly Stock Motorsports League race tonight, and just having a good time here. Outlaw, you got a copy?
Talk me through that wreck that just happened there, Will.
He does not, Jesse. Can I relay a message?
Yeah, see if you got that backup generator going on over.
Jesse wants to know if you have a backup generator going on.
I'm about to get one.
He is about to plug it up and start using it.
I'm about to get me one right.
All right, here's what happened. James Cato, coming off turn 4, got it a little loose, hit the wall, collected GT Park, Alex Kroenke, Brandon Lawless, and a little bit of Chris Worrell. Now, Worrell has some pretty good damage.
Oh, good, man.
And there are no fast repairs in this race, Outlaw.
No fast repairs
No
in this
fast
league?
repairs. No.
I'm going to be slow here, guys, so
well,
I will pull down.
That's not good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's not a good thing right there.
Michael Smithy, what's up?
You take off. I got to be right behind you. I'll get around you.
You got a light bulb out over there, Outlaw?
I'm loading.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I guess I can't go around.
On a bowl too.
Just
Yeah.
do the best you can to start, finish, tweet.
All right, here we go. Pace car is going to dive off.
I'm a hot mess over here.
Yeah, right now, but you know what? You got time to straighten it up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, pace car is off. James Lowe in that number 98 car with chrome wheels leading us to the green.
New players in front of the field.
Oh, without a doubt, man. This
James Lowe and Lakawa, Joe Francis, and Mr. Russell here. So that is Sean Russell.
Sean Russell in that 21 car, being pushed around by the Eagleson Automotive Chevy Camaro of Matt Coker. Jesse Godfather Cottrell runs down low, P4 right now. Coker looking to...
I'm almost loaded up here where I can help you out.
Hey, no problem, big guy. Coker looking to the high side to push that 21. Wes Polly in behind the 13. And Alex Cronky with damage, holding his own here. He's got a lot of left front damage, but on new tires, aero package, and all, Alex Cronky holding his own here with a pretty solid top 7, 8 run right here. I'm sure right now if you stopped and asked Alex Cronky if he'd take this P6 finish, he would gladly take it.
Oh yeah, with damage,
yeah.
You know, any kind of damage you got on the car can slow you down. But with
Absolutely.
fresh tires in this package, it doesn't slow you down too much. Plus, we've been in several races, you know, where you have that front end damage like that, and you're able to go in and get it repaired. It don't slow you down that much.
It does not.
He's not going to be in bad shape right here.
Talking about speed, we have a race for the lead right here. Richard Lakawa looking to the inside of James Lowe. James Lowe commanding that middle line right here. Joe Francis on the second guy on that outside line. Looks like he is in the draft of James Lowe here, trying to get around Richard Lakawa. Don't look now, everybody. Alex Cronky, damaged race car and all, right back up in P4. Must not be too much damage on that 57 car. Probably looks a lot worse than it is.
Yeah, I've drove them many a time with a little front-end damage on them, and you'd be surprised how well you can keep up in this package here. And you still got a lot of downforce on the front end of that thing, even with a little damage. So it's not going to hold him back too far. But definitely making a move here on the front of the field is Mr. Alex Cronky. I'm anxious to see how the wheel or how the tires react here and how that car's going to react as the laps start to wind down here.
Yeah.
We're working lap, 56 of 134?
Right. I can only imagine a long run here would be the enemy of Alex Cronky. He wants max grip. He wants those good tires right now so he's able to keep up in this draft. I'm curious to see how he's going to do on a long run. If this does go like stage 1, which was completely caution-free, I'm curious to see what happens to that 57 car.
Yeah, I definitely don't foresee that car getting stronger throughout the run. There's a little damage on the front like the other ones who don't. But right now it looks like James Lowe is holding that lead pretty well here, Will, man. And, man, like I said earlier, I called it in stage 1. I seen him creeping up there. Usually when James Lowe takes the lead and he can command the race, he's not going to give it up either.
Right, exactly. Back to Cronky a little bit. He was of the wrecked cars that were pitting to get repairs, damage repaired. He was the first one off of pit road, so he probably didn't have but maybe 20, 25 seconds of damage, if that, to repair on that 57 car.
Well, it shows. He's running P4 right now, so he's definitely not in that bad of a shape.
No.
The car you need to look for there is the Lakawa machine at number 38, who's going underneath him here, door to door. Great run by him, staying on the bottom of that track as the laps wind down. He's going to probably want to go to the middle or high line here to get max grip in that car. And also, the Godfather's creeping up here, Will, man. Looks like he's wanting to battle a little bit.
Yes, he is. Talking about Lakawa running the bottom line here. Look, he won stage 1. He may know something we do not. He's committed to that bottom line right now. And maintaining speed.
Position 1 through 10 or 11 right now is actually bunched up, Will, man, in a nice little pack here. One I can see. I mean, they're not on top of each other, but they're close enough to where they can start racing and really make things happen here.
Right, exactly. 2, 4, 6, 8, about the top 10, as you just said. Pretty well bunched up, all within 2 seconds of each other.
Yeah, good racing here. James Lowe is going to pull out to about a 3-car length lead here, heading down into turn number 3. Right on his butt is Joe Francis trying to take over that spot from him, but he's actually got some pressure from Lakawa again on the bottom here. They're door to door as they come to the start-finish line for that position number 2 here. Meanwhile, as they do that, Lowe is loving what he's seeing. He's going to hit the gas even harder, and he's going to pull out to about a 4-car length lead here on the rest of the field. Yeah, that 5-car, Joe Francis, top line only. He does not know where the bottom part of this racetrack is. From lap 1 of this run, he has been middle to high side, and as you can see, he's maintained that top 3 spot. Changing positions here with Richard Lakawa. It's been a back-and-forth battle for about the last 3 or 4 laps, but again, Joe Francis loving himself some high line right now. Yeah, well, man, I'm back here looking at Chris Worrell coming through this field right now. He's actually taken over the 5th spot, and he is moving up. I don't see any visual damage on that car. I know he got caught up in a little bit, but it's nothing that's really hindering him. He's definitely still in this thing, going to be a major player here. As he's up to 5th position, he's looking to take over 4th from Wes Pauly here in a few laps. He looks like he's probably going to get to him. Now, and just as I say that, Pauly bounces off the wall, coming into turn 4. He's got it down in the grass, and he's going to, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it or not, Will, man. He's still on the gas. He actually did save the car.
He saved it.
He's going to be able to keep on trucking. That leaves the number 4 position for Chris Worrell.
Yeah, we're going to back it up here and watch him come out of turn 4. Yeah, you can see he's already got some right front damage.
Yeah, I'm comfortable down in that dirt.
But here he comes, that rear end. Gets into the wall.
What happens when you reach down through there?
And down into the grass.
Also, Will, man, LaCalla looks like he was running position 2 at the start-finish line. I'm actually going to go back and see what he does. I think he gets a little loose coming here out of turn 2, and he's going to lose a couple positions as he goes down on the bottom of the apron coming off he definitely gets loose coming off 2. Has to take it below the white line, go down the backstretch. He's going to lose a couple positions here, and he's going to fall back into 4th spot here.
P4.
Once again, LaCalla loose off turn 2.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, he was committed to that bottom line, the line that requires the most rubber. He had been committed to it the entire run of stage number 2 here, and I think it bit him in the rear end just moments ago.
Here, well, man, we've raced here many a time with the temperatures low, but we've also raced here with the temperatures high. We know what that bottom groove can do. It's so tempting to stay down there. You can make up so much time on that bottom groove, but man, coming up out of 4, it is treacherous sometimes. You lose it so quick coming out of 4 and also coming out of 2, and that's exactly what happened here to him. Probably going to need to move up a line or 2 on each side of the racetrack here to try to make up some time. As we speak here, we've got a great battle with him and Worrell going on at the start-finish line. LaCalla's looking to gain that 3rd position back. Worrell's doing everything he can to keep him behind him. Here goes LaCalla to the bottom of the track again, right back to where he was a few minutes ago, where he actually tried to almost spun it out. He actually is playing it safe. He backed out of the throttle a little bit, went a little higher out of 2, and he's going to stay behind Worrell right now. Now, 1 position behind them, the battle for P5 is on between Cronky and the godfather of iRacing, Jesse Cottrell. Looks like he's wanting to get up here and play in the top 5. He's all over Cronky for that 5th position.
We'll go back a little bit deeper in the field here, right behind those guys. You got the 21 and the 28. 28 is Eric Whiting, and in that Chase Elliott painted Hooters car, they've separated a little bit. A little bit deeper behind here is Matt Coker running the middle part of this race, just making laps. Eagleson Automotive Chevrolet looks to have no damage on it. Going to go on the in-car view here with Coker and follow around here for a lap or so. We're wrecking on the backstretch. We're wrecking on the backstretch, I'm told.
Probably won't be no caution.
No, got cautions out.
That is the end of stage 2. End of stage 2.
And that's the end of stage 2 there, Will. No caution was out. They threw it for the end of stage. Looks like Holt Johnson's got a little damage. I don't know who that was involved in that. Lawless has got damage. Claude Marshall's on the pit road. Not really for sure what happened there. Let me go back and rewind this. Take a look from James Cato.
Cato was the one that was calling it out.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can see from his car. So
I wish I had a cleaner car. It's going to be hard to stay up here.
Claude Marshall here. Let's see. Claude was on pit road when I clicked on his car, so he's in front of Cato. Yeah, coming out of 2, Claude gets it really loose here.
Marshall.
And he's up into the wall, and he spins it straight down, tattoos the wall, and Claude is out of this race. He's actually upside down, so I hope everything's okay with him. I hope they got him out of that car.
Somebody check on the driver of that 24 in that underdog machine in his chrome blue wheels.
So the actual caution was not for Claude. He was off the racing surface. They did throw the caution for the end of stage 2. Well, man, end of stage 2, you've got James Lowe up there, P1, Francis Worrell, LaCalla, Cronky, the Godfather, Jesse Cottrell, P6, Sean Russell, 7, Eric Whiting, 8. Matt Coker scores some stage points along with Wes Pauly in the top 10. A little run here for Wes so far. Well, man, I'd like to talk about Wes Pauly. Wes is, kind of a newcomer to us. He's been racing with us for a couple of months now, and he's improved drastically on these ovals. We all know he's a dirt racer, but
he's a dirt driver.
So much on these ovals. He's really, really improving fast, and he's going to start winning some races pretty soon at a high rate, I believe.
You can see him getting better each time out. You sure can.
Yes.
Let's see if he can get some damage done or repaired on that number 2 car. He's got a lot of right front damage. In fact, you can probably say that about most of the competitors in this field. A lot of damage. Your top 5, well, there's probably 5 cars I should have said that don't have any damage. But the rest of the field, all some crinkled up right fronts and left rears and just some of these cars probably best served heading to the old junkyard. But
yeah, no doubt.
But they are still making laps, and that's what matters.
And it looks like James Lowe's going to beat him off pit row, Will Man, along with, let me go back here and see who come off P2. Lakawa, great pit stop. He's going to come off P2 here. Wow, he picks up 2 spots on pit road. Then you're going to have Joe Francis, Chris Worrell, 4th, dropped a spot, and Cronky's going to be your top 5. Sean Russell, 6th. Jesse Cottrell had a slow left rear tire change right there that might have cost him a spot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Position,
now, if I'm not mistaken, they just changed that left tire changer this week. That was a new tire changer.
But,
yes.
Man, there must be something going on with the gun.
Confirmed. Drop lug nut.
Yeah.
Drop lug nut.
Dropped the lug nut. There you go.
So he dropped
there you
the spot
go.
on pit road.
Yep.
Behind him is going to be Eric Whiting and a beautiful Hooters machine.
Yeah.
That's a Chase Elliott
yes,
special right there. Very
yes,
beautiful car. Wes Pauley remains in position 10. He did score some
Has
points
anybody
there
gotten a
also.
lucky dog in this race?
Then you've got Holt Johnson, who is going to be running P11, I think it is.
Yep, that's right.
I think the closest to.
No, he's back in 15th. Excuse me, he's 15th. He is
Okay.
some laps down. My iRacing scoreboard just showed up there. Coker is going to be running P11. Actually, Coker's on pit road, it looks like.
He is on the pit road, yes. Yes. All right. The only car in this race still, and he may no longer be, I'm not sure, but it's Claude Marshall. And he's 2 laps down. Everyone else appears to be on the lead lap at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so Wes Pauley's up to 9th, Whiting 8th, Jesse Cottrell 7th, Sean Russell 6th, Cronky top 5. That was right. Then Worrell, Francis, Lakawa, and Lowe is leading.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're going to have one more lap of caution here.
And then we're going back.
Then we're going to start back on lap number 73, probably, of lap 134. Here at the Strictly Stock League race, round number 1 in the playoffs. Race number 2. Who's going to advance? Punch their ticket into the next round. James Lowe was already there with the win last week. He's looking to sweep this round by leading here in the midpoint of this race. But I've got a feeling Mr. Lakawa, Joe Francis, Chris Worrell, and Cronky's going to have something to say about that.
I guarantee it. You know, the better the tires early in this run, you're looking at a guy like Chris Worrell, Alex Cronky. These guys can hang with the draft and make themselves make their way to the front. I want to see the last half of this race. If they do go on a green flag run, will Cronky, will Worrell fall back with that damage? That's one thing we want to keep an eye on here. And lending a good finish to these guys who don't have any damage on their cars.
With this package, you better get all you can get on those
That's right.
fresh tires, because once they start to equalize, ever who's out in front or has the lead, it's harder to catch them. We all know that.
Yes, it is.
You can gain a lot of positions early with aggressive moves with fresh tires. And I got a feeling you're going to see Chris Worrell definitely be aggressive here. Alex Cronky's always been known to be aggressive too. And if you think back about it, Alex Cronky won here at Vegas in the first race of the Chase for the Cup for the Flying Aces playoffs. And he's familiar with this place. He knows how to win here, Will.
You're watching Flying Aces YouTube channel.
There we go. We had a request for a Ricky Bobby plug. There we go.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go, Michael Smithy. We're heading back to green flag. Oh, dang. Hang on. Sorry. Hit the wrong button.
All right. Lowe punches it pretty early here, coming to the start-finish line. It's going to bring Joe Francis with him here. Is going to pick up P2. Lakawa and Worrell's going to be running P3 and P4. The big loser right here is Lakawa, who started second. He's going to give up that 3rd spot, and he's going to fall back to 4th here, Will, man. A bad restart on the outside for the 38 car of Richard Lakawa.
Yeah, you got James Lowe here taking the commanding or the power move type lead to the inside. Here's our main guy, Joe Francis, in that 5 car, committed to the high side, and he stayed there in the entire second stage. and looked like he had good tires at the end of that run. Did not see him.
Now, here comes that 6 car, Willman, down into turn number 1. He's on the outside. They're door to door for the first 4 positions here. It looks like World's trying to pick a partner to run with. Right now, he's picked Francis. Is that high line going to be able to prevail this early in the run? I don't know. James Lowe and Lakawa is running the low line. You've got Francis and World running the middle line.
3 wide.
Lakawa's getting sideways, coming out of 4. He's going to lose that position. World's going to come up. He's going to be on Lowe's bumper. He's going to take over the 2nd position, and he's also going to put pressure on the leader. Lowe for that lead. Let's see what happens here coming out of turn 2.
Joe Francis, I'm not driving his race car right now, but I could see him heating that position to Chris Worrell. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. As Worrell starts to get really aggressive, I don't know if Joe Francis is going to be so kind next time and to just let him have that position early in this run.
Very late move going down into turn 3 right there by Chris Worrell. Looked like they were going to just stay nose to tail going down in there. Worrell dove it to the inside. Didn't realize that Francis was a little closer than he thought he was. I think he might even got a little tap on Francis's right front. And as we say that, here goes Francis underneath Worrell.
To the inside.
Heading down into turn 3. Worrell looks like he's swung it wide going down into 3, trying to push Worrell up the track. Didn't work. Worrell still door to door coming out of 4 with that high line. Worrell's going to keep that position here. Working lap 77 now, Willman, of 134 here at Vegas.
Chris Worrell will be position number 2 at the end of that lap. Got my eye back here on Richard Lakawa in that 38 car. He got loose a couple laps ago coming up out of 4, held on to it near the start-finish line. It's regrouped, and now he's in line riding P4 trying to hold off Alex Kroenke back here in P5.
Yeah, that car's bad fast tonight, Willman. Every time the 38 has gotten loose or wound up back a few positions on pit stop or whatever, he's been able to make that time up pretty quickly. He actually went up and took the lead at the end of stage 1 there. Him spinning the tires coming off turn 4 doesn't seem to bother him too much because he's right back in the thick of things here. Running position 4 as we got Chris Worrell trying to peek to the inside of James Lowe here. Is he going to be able to make the move? We've got the Joe Francis machine pushing Lowe down into the turn. Francis is going to stay high. Worrell's going to stay low. That's a dangerous position to be in underneath Willman there coming up out of turn 4 on the low line. Yeah,
one thing you're noticing with this aero package, you've got door-to-door racing for P2, but that leader, James Lowe, is not able to capitalize and extend the lead. That's not a slap in the face to James Lowe. That's just a product of this aero package. It keeps these cars close.
Yeah, well, man, also take a look here at Wes Pauley. Popped into the top 5 here. He's got around Alex Kroenke.
Yes.
That damage from Kroenke is definitely not helping him, Andy. Wes Pauley has passed him, made it to the top 5. Kroenke's probably not going to be a factor here unless they have some late strategy, race pit strategy. The damage is definitely holding him back right now.
Yeah, good enough to stay in the top 10, but long term, I think there's too much damage on that 57 car for him to get up here and win this race.
Lowe, man, he is so strong out front. That clean air is king here at Vegas. It's hard to pass the leader here when you're out front like that, especially behind. You know how these cars want to push, and the downforce plays a big factor here. Lowe's still able to hold him off. He's bouncing back and forth at that outside line to that inside line, just trying to keep the dirty air in front of those 2 behind him. Francis is getting a great run going down into turn 1. Looks like Francis is going to be able to race with him lap after lap and get up close to him, but every lap looks like Lowe just keeps pulling away in the same spots of the track and able to hold him off here by about a car length.
Yeah, saw Joe Francis there have a little bit of connection issues. He blinked out in between the 98 and the 6 there moments. Tell you who's not blinking out is NASCAR 2020 hosting us over on the Twitch. Thank you very much for that.
Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you
yes,
so
sir.
much. When I look back in the field, it's still single file. Your best battles right here for
right here up
with
front.
Lowe and Francis. Neither driver wanting to give an inch here, and of course, you know, this late in the race, you can't give away. You can't give any.
No,
so,
no, you cannot.
Pauley got a little loose coming out of 2, got a little slideways, allowed Kroenke to pull up door to door with him for position 5. But right now, we're going to keep it focused on position number 3. Whoa, slideways coming up out of 4 here. It's going to allow the 38 car to go around him on the outside for position 3. Great save there by Chris Worrell. He was running a little low. Man, you just never know when these things are going to snap out from you.
Snappy loose.
In turn 2 and turn 4 here when you get a few laps on these tires.
To take a quote from Jimmy Johnson, she got snappy loose.
Snappy loose, that's right. But it didn't matter. Chris Worrell's kind of like Jimmy Johnson in iRacing. He knows how to. I've never seen Chris lose it, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen him
we do.
Like that on.
Yeah.
Check out that last lap there.
West Poly. Copy that.
And I'll keep the going on here with the lead here. We're still single file, 1, 2, 3. Lakawa actually trying to go a little lower on Joe Francis, but I think Joe's running the right line here. A little higher is going to be able to allow him to pull up off them turns and keep that position. But Lakawa here keeping a lot of pressure on him for that position number 2. Lakawa running that low line here and trying to take that position away. Not going to happen. Lakawa stayed low. Joe Francis went a little low with him, kind of took the air off of him there coming up out of turn 4, kept him behind him right now. 1, 2, 3 is low. Francis and Lakawa. Great racing up front here, Will.
In there, Joe.
Looks like that little maneuver by Chris Worrell coming up out of 4 cost him a little bit. He's back about 5 or 6 car lengths from this battle for second.
Yeah, per the request of West Poly, we are watching his most recent last couple laps. I'm not sure what happened. Might be here coming out of turn 4, if I'm guessing.
It was coming out of turn 2, Will, man, about 5 laps.
Follows the real lap schedule. Is that correct? And then Friday.
Oh no, he got loose right there and was able to hold on to it.
Every week.
I was out of 4, I guess.
Yeah, maybe let's watch here into turn 2. The West Poly did a really good job of manning a loose race car.
Lakawa's diving it down underneath Francis there in 1 and 2. You get a good run going down into the turn, but if you stay low underneath somebody, you can't hold that line without lifting on the throttle unless you want to push up and hit somebody. So Lakawa looks like it's trying to make that bottom work, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to or not. He's got to lift on the throttle. Low, meanwhile, still out front.
Yeah.
He's just diving back and forth, trying to get the air from both of those cars to push him right along. Lakawa is making that bottom work a little better this lap. He's going to pull a slide job on Joe Francis. Going to make it work. He's up to position 2. Looks in his mirror. He better watch out because Lakawa is one fast customer here on these old tires here in Vegas.
Did you say slide job?
I did say a slide job. It happened right there. Last lap, Lakawa pulled one over on Joe Francis, and it was textbook, really.
Yes, it was.
Kept it into the throttle, shifted right up in him, coming out of turn, in front of him, coming out of turn 2, made it stick. Francis stayed behind him, and that's how you complete it.
Correct. Kind of just going through the field here.
Lakawa is running a lot better lap time here. He's actually gaining on low the last couple laps here. Actually, he's cut into that lead heavy. Matter of fact, Low goes way high in 3 and 4 here. Lakawa's coming out of turn 4 sideways. He about loses the 2. He's down in the grass. He's going to lose every bit of that position that he has gained. Looks like he's going to drop back to position 5 here after getting way loose coming out of turn 4 really low.
Replay moments ago. What you were just calling, the action you were just calling. Oh yeah, that rear end snaps around on him. He does do a really good job of getting it to the grass and not into that outside retaining wall.
Yeah, that's the best thing James Lowe could have seen all day right there is Lakawa getting loose coming out of turn 4 because he was definitely gaining on him. Man, I tell you what, Lowe, if you watch his line, he is really high in 3 and 4.
Yep.
And that's allowing him to get max grip, max throttle time. He's in the middle of 1 and 2, and he's letting it drift up off of 2. And you can't stay low in those turns. And Lowe is showing you how to do it right here, guys. Stay in the middle of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then come off high. And that's why he's able to pull away to a 6/10 second lead here on Joe Francis. Worrell is 1.2 seconds back. Cronkey is 1.4 seconds back. Then Lakawa, who almost spun it out there a lap or 2 ago, has fell back to 2.1 seconds off the lead after battling James Lowe.
Riding along here with Richard Lakawa, we notice he's got a lot of left front damage. You can see he is loose coming, especially out of turn 4. About every lap now, his rear end, he's having to roll out of that throttle just to hold that car out underneath him.
So he pulled a Denny Hamlin at Texas, it looks like, tore up some sheet metal in that grass. And it's going to cost him probably, unless they can get a caution, it's definitely going to cost him the win here tonight. But he has been really fast all night long. They brought a great car to the track. But unfortunately, if you don't have the aerodynamics, Will, man, you're not going to be very, very competitive in this.
It'll be tough. You're going to be tough. However, two cars.
Go ahead.
2 cars we've talked about with damage is Chris Worrell and Alex Cronkey. They're running 3rd and 4th right now.
I don't see really a lot of damage on
look closer.
Car. Maybe a little bit.
The 6 car.
Right front, right?
Yeah, right front.
Yeah, Cronky's definitely got some damage. Lakawa's into the wall off 4. He's hit it hard down in the grass, Will, man.
Is he going to be able to hold it down? And
he's spinning it on the track.
Oh, Jesse Cottrell.
Godfather.
Godfather.
Wow.
Excellent job of driving right there.
That's why they call him the Godfather of iRacing, Will, man.
Caution will not come out as he has kept it off the racing surface. He gets that number 38 Chevy Camaro, Yingling Camaro, back under power, back up to speed. He would love to see a caution flag about right now. That left front is really taking a big hit. Yeah. And this is our Stage 1 winner here that we're talking about. So this is a big deal. Definitely a race contender who now looks to be in bad shape when it comes to winning this race.
And he's definitely in contention here to go a lap down.
Yes, he is.
If he don't pit here, if he does pit, he's definitely going a lap down. If he don't, he's going to go a lap down. So that did not help him at all. If he didn't have any damage before that, he's definitely got some now.
He does now.
That's for sure. Meanwhile, James Lowe is in a different zip code right now. He is still 0.6 ahead of Joe Francis, who is about 20 car lengths ahead of the next one, the next car in line, which is Chris Worrell. Then Alex Crockett is behind him about 5 car lengths.
Back in P5, we're looking at Wes Polly having a very solid run tonight in that O'Reilly Auto Parts Chevy Camaro. Then we get back to Jesse, the Godfather Cottrell, in his West Virginia State Seal Mountaineers. That, too, is a Chevrolet with that navy blue on the front. I couldn't tell if that's a Chevy or...
Well, man, the Godfather's just chugging right along.
Yes,
with
he
about
is.
a 28-car-length advantage over the next car, which is Eric Whiting. So
right.
He's definitely, if he can just keep it going straight, he's going to be able to score him a top 6 finish here. But now Jesse's always been good on these mile-and-a-halves in this package. Not surprising that he's running very well here at all. I'm going to go ahead and give you a rundown of the top 10. James Lowe, Joe Francis, Chris Worrell, Alex Cronky, Wes Polly, Jesse Cottrell, Eric Whiting, Sean Russell, Holt Johnson's cracked the top 10 tonight, Will, man. And then here comes GT Park in the top 10. Rest of your field is at least 1 lap down. That's James Cato, Brandon Lawless, Richard Lakawa, who's now 2 laps down trying to get damage fixed. You got Matt Coker, 26 laps down. Claude Marshall, 28 laps down. Stephen Allen, who did not start the race.
Yes, Stephen did. Stephen did start the race, but he got damage early on.
Okay, so there we go. So we're working lap 97 of 134. Will, man, we got about 37 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Looks like James Lowe is in a comfortable spot to win this race. Joe Francis has actually pulled it within 5 seconds.
I wouldn't say comfortable.
Creeping in. So it looks like it's going to be up to Lowe and Francis here to see who's going to win this thing today at Vegas.
Yeah, I would use that word comfortable loosely, Outlaw. Right as you said that, Joe Francis is here in the tire tracks. He's in the draft. He's close enough to be able to put a little heat on James Lowe up here in the front.
So single file all the way back to position 1 through 10 here. You've got the best battle, looks to me like it's going to be between Worrell and Cronky. Both of them has damage on their vehicles at this point, but not stopping them from racing hard. And we're getting ready to come to lap 100 of 134 here in Las Vegas. It's a hot day out there. The tires are getting slick. They're a handful coming up out of these turns.
Thank you.
Alex Cronky
Man,
and Chris Worrell get together.
It's all good, Cronky.
Worrell drives it through the grass. Loses 2 positions. He went from 3rd to 5th. Worrell was able to hold on to it.
I wasn't expecting to get such a good run there.
Wow, what a run he got. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
All good, buddy.
Yes, he did. But Worrell has regained his momentum. He's still a top 5 car right now. And
of course, Chris Worrell can go sliding through the grass for 800 yards and still hold position.
Cronky, Worrell, both pit road.
Oh, wow.
I'm assuming
they have to pit this last
yes, they are. Yes, they are. This will be for fuel. I'm sure tires as well, but this is necessary due to the fuel situation, I do believe.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure they're going to have to get at least a few seconds worth of fuel here to make it to the end. But both of them's on the same pit strategy here. Worrell, as always, dives it down the pit road here pretty hard and going to get service, and he's probably going to make up some time here on some drivers. Now the leaders if they don't pit, if they don't have to pit, they probably won't. But it looks like they are actually. Anthony, Joe Francis is on pit road there also.
Joe Francis, Matt Coker, Joe Francis, Alex Cronky, Chris Worrell, and the pace car all on pit road.
So James Lowe has not pitted yet. That's what I'm seeing. And it looks like Lowe is bringing it down low into turn 4 here. He's going to whoa that bad boy up. And actually,
he is not pitting. No, sir.
I don't know.
No, sir.
If I'm seeing things or what, but maybe he was going to slow up, but he just kept on saying he's probably going to pit this lap coming up.
No, sir. Let's ride along here with James Lowe and see how his car is handling. Sounds like he's about half throttle through these corners as the tires are probably about gone at this point. You can hear him rolling out. Early in the run, you can flat foot this track. Later, pit road. Later, coming to pit road. So I think you were right, Outlaw. He may have missed pit road last time by. He has slowed it up big time here, getting his race car down to 45 miles per hour pit road speed.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he slowed down a lot.
I think you're right.
I could be wrong, but
I think you're right.
I thought it looked like he might have.
He may have realized he wasn't going to make pit road and just kept on trucking. But
if that's the case, it's going to cost him the lead.
It very well could. Not sure. We'll find out here. But we'll follow him off of pit road. All right, his service is complete. He's got a full tank of Sunoco Racing fuel for Goodyear Racing Eagles, and he is back on the track as he exits pit road here, building speed. And you see Richard Lakawa passing him. I think Lakawa is multiple laps down. GT Park, Matt Coker go around the 98 car. I think they might have been the tail end of the lead lap. And here you go. This is the race for the lead, if I'm not mistaken.
Joe Francis spot away. Here comes Cronky for P2. Lowe better get that thing going here because Worrell's coming after him also.
Right.
Lowe's going to fall into P3 in front of Worrell. Looks like he's going to be able to keep that position. But, man, big turn of events here. Joe Francis is able to take the lead off pit road. I thought it looked like he checked up a little bit too much, Will, man, that couple laps before that pit stop. Definitely didn't help him there, but he had a half second lead. He should have been able to maintain that. But mistakes on pit road will definitely cost you.
Yeah.
If you don't do it right, that's for sure. Both of us has been known to lose many a race on pit road.
Yeah, our MRM pit reporter Steve Post was busy in the bathroom, and we're not able to get a full report from James Lowe's crew chief on exactly what happened. But it does indeed, Outlaw, look like he missed pit road about 4 laps ago and lost some time.
Postman struggling down there.
He was struggling, yeah.
Well, it is hot out there. He had to have a lot to drink. And
I understand.
It cost him here on pit road.
I understand. Mother Nature always wins.
That's true. That is true. Oh well.
Let's talk about GT Park here in that Joey Logano / Tony Stewart Home Depot car, chrome wheels and all. Beautiful race car, but not have the run that he envisioned when they unloaded earlier this weekend out here in Las Vegas. GT Park, usually a contender on these 1.5 miles for the win, but just not been the run he's looked for this weekend.
Well, sometimes it's hit or miss, Will, man. And,
it is.
Sometimes you're just going to miss. It looks like he missed today, but that's
right.
Okay. Things like that do happen. Joe Francis with a 1.3 second lead. We're working lap 107 of 134 over Alex Cronky. Then James Lowe is 0.7 of a second behind him. But now when I take a look at that, as soon as I say that, when it refreshed at the line, Lowe is back up on the back of Alex Cronky.
Yes, he is.
Take his position because Cronky does have that damage. And we're going to see if we can get a late race caution here to bunch them back up, Will, man. That'd be nice to see if we can get that late race caution.
James Lowe does have 2 or 3 laps on fresher rubber right now. And like you said, Cronky does have a little bit of damage.
GT probably would have done a lot better, too, had he not wrecked.
So GT and Cato
that is
had
confirmed.
a little bit of issue earlier in the race.
Yeah.
Which is always a bad thing, I guess.
Yeah.
What kind of sponsor is that 98 car rolling with? That's a beautiful car.
98 is Balls Garana. It is he is a teammate of Chris Worrell this race in sponsorship. We'll get a little bit closer view.
Gorgeous race car.
I'm not sure what Balls Garana is, but I like it, whatever it is.
Well, I don't know what it is either, Will, man, but they brought some fast race cars to the racetrack, that's for sure.
Kind of looks like shampoo, like Pert Plus
wow.
or Garnier
What a
Fructis.
great sponsor.
Or Garnier Fructis by Scott Pechorowicz.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Anyway, we're going to get a look at the lead here. We'll go back up front with Joe Francis as he has lapped Matt Coker. So we got Joe Francis at the line now. Got James Lowe. Third place is going to be Alex Cronky. Richard Lakawa has had issues since his Stage 1 win. It looked to be a very strong car early on.
He's 2 laps down, Willman.
Yeah. Then we got Chris
Worrell.
9
cars on the lead lap.
9 cars lead lap. There's Holt Johnston. GT Park. Wes Polly, who could really use a caution flag about right now. Jesse Cottrell. They call him the Godfather around here.
Yep, he's moved up to P6 here. He passed Lawless.
Brandon Lawless.
P6. Him and Wes Polly need to get to racing each other here for this P5 spot. That's going to be a good little shootout here towards the end if they can catch him.
Coker Pit Road.
Chris Worrell, 4.1 seconds back, Will, man. He's had a really good race. He's always fast, but that damage looks like it's going to cost him here.
Yep. Amen to that. Amen to that, brother.
That's the first time it's been that tight.
Hey, boys, we got a race for the lead. Look at it now. James
Francis
Lowe.
has caught Mr. Lowe.
Lowe has caught Francis.
All right, well, man, the battle is on here. Joe Francis on the bumper of Mr. James Lowe, the silent assassin. We're going to see what he can do here as we got the camera on him. It's going to be the battle for the lead, lap 113 of 134. Looks like Francis gets a little bit loose coming up out of 4. Man, that 98 machine is so steady, though. He
is.
Doesn't get loose. He's running lap after lap, the exact same line. That car is steady as it can be. Francis looks like he's dropped back about 7 or 8 car lengths there on that last lap, but I think it's because he did get loose coming out of 4. It looked like he got loose.
He did. He got loose. James Lowe, after
you guys want to run a 2018 Cup race after this?
After his slow pit cycle, I should say, has regrouped and taken this lead, and now he looks to put a lap on the 3 car of James Cato.
Yeah, lap traffic coming up. We'll see if it's going to play out here. It's going to have any effect on the lead that he has over Joe Francis. No, it doesn't look like it's going to. Cato's going to move up, let him go underneath. Classy move there by the 3 cars. These 2 are racing for the lead. We're working lap 115 of 134, so we're 19 laps away here from the end. Doesn't look like there's going to be any cautions at all. Looks like everybody is strung out here pretty far away from each other. But James Lowe, once again, is in real command of this race. He's actually pulled away from Joe Francis after Joe made that little run to the front there. He's pulled out to about a 20-car length lead on Joe. Steadiest car in the field, no doubt, is the 98 machine.
Yeah, this is certainly James Lowe's race to lose. We have not seen him get loose at all today. He's been a front runner and looking to take Balls Guarana to victory lane with just 19 laps to go. Terry Mustard has joined us, everybody. How you doing this week? How you doing, Terry?
Take the inside.
Man. So far, it's been a good race to watch. Certainly a good race to call. Been a lot of action over some wrecks. There was a couple of big wrecks there in Stage 2 that kind of put a lot of damage.
Slideways coming up out of 2 again. Sorry, I thought he was going to wreck there, Will.
Okay, that's all right. Let's try to find him.
They do it on MRN radio when action happens. You push the button and you override it.
You're right. You're exactly right. That is the Yingling Camaro driven by Richard Lakawa, who Stage 1 winner. But he has struggled.
Hard today. I hate to see he got in a little trouble there. I'd like to see what he could have done with James Lowe at the end. But he actually was catching him before he had his troubles there. He was all over Lowe's bumper. But, man, I hate to see him do that. It was going to be a good race for the lead.
Yeah, a little bit of everywhere, but yeah.
So Alex Cronky, I want to give a little tip of the hat here to Alex Cronky, who was involved in the incident with Cato Park and Lawless. Cronky got a little piece of that. And I'm going to say I was guilty of somewhat writing him off, especially on a long run. And Alex Cronky has proved me wrong. He's ran a very good race. Despite his limitations, he has ran a very good race. And looks like he's going to wind up with a great finish.
Oh, yeah, top 5 here. I think if these top runners here can just maintain, they're definitely going to have enough points to advance into the next round in this league. Shouldn't be a problem, especially since they're only eliminating 2 out of the 12 remaining drivers here. So 10's going to make it. Unless you have a terrible, terrible last couple races, you're probably going to be able to move on here. And those guys, Cronky, Francis, Lowe, Whirl, those guys know how to win. They know how to race up front. So I would definitely see them. We're definitely going to see them in the next round of these playoffs.
Hey, good to see you. Let me give a quick plug here to Chris Price. Says it's great to be back with the Aces live. He's blaming work. I understand that.
Hey, it happens, man.
It does.
It happens.
It
Appreciate
does.
you joining us.
Laps are winding down here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Your race leader right now is James the Silent Assassin Lowe, who has about 3 lap fresher tires and had a really good pit stop once he finally got on pit road, and has passed Joe Francis and kind of driven away a little bit here. He's out to about a 1.7 second lead over
he's maintained
Joe Francis.
that lead over the last several laps. Not really gaining, not really losing on Joe Francis. But, man, actually gained a 10th there that lap. So he's definitely pulling out, stretching out the lead here late in this race here at Vegas. With about 12 laps to go here, it's all James Lowe here at Vegas.
Yeah, Michael Berry says we got 3 more likes until 30. Thank you very much. We appreciate all thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it if you would take the time and hit that thumbs up button. Please and thank you. I have a message from Matt Coker to check my inbox. Let me do just that.
Yeah, check that, and I'm going to go through the field here to kind of take a look at everything. Everybody's really strung out here. You got 1.8 seconds off the lead is Joe Francis, 4.9 seconds Alex Cronky, 7.5 seconds Chris Whirl. Closest battle on the track right now is for P7. That's between Eric Whiting and Brandon Lawless, and Lawless has got a lot of damage, and he is actually about 7 or 8 car lengths behind Whiting. So that's the closest battle on the track right now. Your top 10, Lowe, Francis, Cronky, Whirl. Wes Pauly's made the top 5, Will, man. Great run for him. Jesse the Godfather, Cottrell running P6. I'd like to see him get up there and try to battle for a top 5. Eric Whiting, 7th. Lawless, 8th. Russell, 9th. Holt Johnson, 10th. And Holt's actually a lap down. He's the first car lap down, so if a caution does come out, he's going to be able to get that lucky dog. Everybody else playing catch-up. GT Park, Richard LaCawa, James Cato's 4 laps down. Matt Coker, Claude Marshall, Stephen Allen round out your top 16.
Yes, Justin Egan. Justin Egan just chiming in. Yes, the our championship race will be this Wednesday. I have to leave on Thursday to go to Missouri, so I will not be around all weekend, actually. So we have to run that race on Wednesday. Either that or postpone it to sometime.
Well, you've already posted the weather conditions
exactly.
Too, so, I mean, y'all can have plenty of practice. That gives you a lot of practice to do that. So those are the conditions we're going to do, what we posted. So get your practice in, boys. Homestead's coming Wednesday night. We're going to crown a champion here on this channel. Looking forward to it.
That's true. Breaking news somewhat. Matt Coker, you know how Chad will tell you if this thing gets boring, he has a pizza stand and some ice cream stand and all that behind the pit box?
Yeah, it happens.
Matt Coker has literally partaken in some ice cream during this race.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he sent me a picture on Twitter. He's enjoying some Oreo, some Breyers Oreo, looks like chocolate Oreo ice cream. My goodness gracious.
Man, when you're 44 laps down, you can partake in some ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
45 laps down now.
Exactly.
45 laps.
45 down. All right, so we got 8 to go
enjoy
here.
Enjoy that ice cream, man.
We've got 8 to go here. James Lowe is our leader. He's extended out to over a 2-second lead, almost 6-second lead over a P3, and that is Alex Cronky. We'll go through the field one more time here before these guys conclude this race. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're broadcasting the Strictly Stock Motorsports League race tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is the Eagleson Automotive Strictly Stock League race. And there's James Lowe. Oops. There is Joe Francis. Alex Cronky runs P3. Good rebound, good run here by Cronky. P4 is Chris Whirl. Again, another good run by Chris Whirl. He's had been involved in a couple of incidents and is running P4. LaCawa is 12th. trying to find P5 right quick. Holt Johnson is 10th. P5 right here is Wes Pauley. Jesse Cottrell, they call him the Godfather, runs P6. James Cato is 13th. GT Park is 11th in that Joey Logano retro Home Depot car. Some say it's Tony Stewart, but I like to see Joey Logano in that thing. P7 is Eric Whiting, who's had a pretty decent run tonight in that Chase Elliott Hooters car. Claude Marshall's 15th. Brandon Lawless is in 8th on a very damaged Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shop Toyota Camry. 9th is Sean Russell. We've not heard a lot of Sean during this race, but a good-looking Havoline car.
Sean's getting ready to get lapped.
Getting ready to get lapped, and we're back to our race leader, James Lowe. Working lap.
Man, 5 laps to go here. James Lowe is in a commanding lead, 2 seconds. He's been the class of the field the second half of this race. There's been nobody better than Mr. Lowe. Joe Francis has had a great race. He's actually battled for the lead a couple of times here. He's got that car looking really good a couple times in this race. But, man, there's too much James Lowe in front of him here for anybody to do anything with him. Barring a late race caution, it's going to be James Lowe, the winner of the first 2 playoff races in the Eagleson Automotive Strictly Stock Racing League.
It's been all James Lowe all the time, Outlaw. James Lowe in that 98 car. And chrome wheels, I might add. Putting on exactly living a chrome wheel lifestyle and dominating today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Lap 132 of 134, so you've got 3 laps to go, about 2.5 laps to go now. He brings it up out of turn 2, Willman, nice and steady like he's been all day long here in Las Vegas. He's got in cruise control now. He's going to go around turn 3, coming out of turn 4. Got 2 more times to go here, and it's going to be James Lowe taking the checkered flag here, barring a late race caution. Wes Pauley has run a top 5 here. He's got him a really nice run going with Jesse the Godfather Cottrell running P6. Great run for them, both of them today. Man, what a just a great race here in this league tonight.
It has. I'm gonna give a shout out here to Chris Worrell and Alex Cronky running 3rd and 4th. Had every opportunity, both of them, to basically give up and not charge to the front. But both of these drivers have done an outstanding job of overcoming adversity. And looks like they're well on their way to a solid top 5 finish for both of them.
White flag is in the air. Lowe brings it off turn 2 for the final time, going down into turn number 3, Will, man. Nothing but daylight in front of him, nothing but daylight behind him, Will, man. It's going to be a checkered flag for that number 98, James Lowe, as he's going to bring home the checkers here at Las Vegas today
nice one, man.
in the Eagleson Automotive Strictly Stock
Great
Racing
win, man.
League.
Good
Great
finish,
run
Joe.
by James Lowe. He put a whooping on all of them. Great race by everybody. I don't think there was but maybe one caution there other than the stage breaks. But the race went by really quick. Really good race here, Will, man, today.
I tell you
Class
what,
the field,
sure
James
fun
Lowe.
racing with
Amen to that. If you're on Twitter, and especially if you follow James Lowe,
fun slip sliding around for the last 24 laps.
You see that he wins all the time, and you see why tonight.
I'll apologize for squeezing you down.
Yeah, that car was steady, man. I seen a lot of cars tonight getting loose and wiggly coming up out of the turns, and man, he found the groove right there and just pulled away. That car never got loose one time. Don't have a scratch on it, and he's going to pull it into victory lane here as he's getting ready to do some donuts at the start-finish line.
Burn them down, big guy. That's all I can say. This was all James Lowe tonight, boys and girls.
Wow, what a great race by him.
Outlaw, I've got to admit I'm a little disappointed that those are not chrome wheels. Those are white wheels.
Just white. He's not living the chrome wheel lifestyle then, is he?
No.
Great win, James Lowe. Thank you, Aces, for coming out and doing this for us. Excellent race. Thanks to everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us, Jesse. That was a load of fun, man.
2018 cars. Somewhere.
All right.
We'll figure it out first mile and a half.
Yeah, great job tonight, man. That was pretty fun, Will.
Shut up, Chris. I'll help you.
I'm
run with you.
gonna try to get a quick interview here.
All right,
well,
cool.
All right, go ahead.
I'll send a message in Discord.
Hang on. Well,
10-4.
if they will let me talk. race winner, James Lowe. Do you have a copy?
Hang on a minute. Go ahead again.
I did.
You won't. Do it again.
James Lowe, race winner. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
James, if you'll take a moment and talk us through that race there, and basically tell us how you dominated that thing from the halfway point on. You got that 98 car to the front, and you were up front in the entire race, contesting for the lead. But that last stage, you really took off and found something compared to the competitors. Can you talk us through that, please?
Yeah, it was all about taking it easy at the beginning. There was a lot of guys racing real hard at the beginning, and I think that affected them later on into the run, and I was able to save a little bit. And then with the last pit stop there, I knew those guys coming in early was not going to suit them well at the end, so I stayed out for a few more laps, and I think it helped out.
It sure did, man. It looked like, I know the lap times went down, but it looked like you got stronger compared to the competition the last half of that race. Congratulations on your race win, and as always, a pleasure to watch you run.
Appreciate it, guys, and thanks for broadcasting. There's a lot of family members that I got watching you right now.
All right. Awesome.
You, sir, have made them proud. Congratulations. All right, man. He dominated. Great win right there. Here's a rundown of the race tonight. You got James Lowe, Joe Francis, Alex Cronky, Chris Worrell, and Wes Polly are your top 5. Jesse Cottrell, Eric Whiting, Brandon Lawless, Sean Russell, and Holt Johnston, P10. I'm not sure yet. GT Park finished 11th.
Well, I'm going to host some old Cup cars that I'm not too sure yet. Be and a half, though.
Okay. 10-4 on that, big guy. GT Park finishes 11th. Richard Lakawa finished 12th. James Cato 13th. 14th was Matt Coker.
Good win, James. Have a good night, everybody.
Claude Marshall ran 15th, and Stephen Allen 16th.
Night, Joe.
So,
come race with us, man.
There you go. Outlaw.
Well, man, 134 laps, 3 cautions, 12 caution laps, and 9 lead changes here
9 lead changes.
Las Vegas. Pretty good race. Had a lot of lead changes. A lot of good racing. Really enjoyed that. Good call today, Will, man.
Yeah, man. Loads of fun right there. Loads of fun watching those guys race. The pleasure, as they say, was all ours, and I enjoyed the heck out of that. So, all right. Outlaw, you going to race any tonight or what?
I think I'm done for the night, big guy.
Okay, that sounds fine. Sounds fine. Looking forward to this week. Going to do some official racing at Homestead, Miami.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's going
to do some Homestead, Miami. So I guess if you bet, Cronky, you bet, man. I guess if you're not going to race, I will go ahead and shut her down too, and get a good night's sleep. Looking for a little snow here on Tuesday. May have a day out of work on Tuesday. That remains to be seen, of course. But
would that not be amazing?
It would be. But we got a big week coming up. We have our championship race coming up on Wednesday night, and a lot of good racing at Homestead on iRacing this week. So, Outlaw, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, big guy. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you had a good time watching those guys run their league race, and we will look to I will be back on iRacing tomorrow night, and I'm not sure if Outlaw will or not, but I will be, and we'll get some laps in. Don't know what we're running yet, but we will be running some races tomorrow night. So, that said, Outlaw, any final words, big guy?
No, had fun. Appreciate everything out there, guys. If you haven't hit that thumbs up already, please do. We'd love to have you. Do that, and also if anybody's watching that's not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you. So, got some big news coming up on the channel here in the next few days. We're going to break that to you, and just looking forward to what we got coming up, Will, man.
Yeah, real quick, NASCAR 20 over on the Twitch. I cannot go to the championship for. I've got to follow my daughter. She runs cross country the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be out of town for those, but would love to go, but not this year. So, anyway, Outlaw, you take care.
All right, you too, buddy.
Take care, everybody.
Good night, everybody.